So, good morning and welcome to the Citizen Microphone on the AM show on Joy News. Today, we are in the Western region, and we've been having chats with some residents here, and they tell us that the major problem in the Western region is roads. That their roads, some of them are very terrible. So we are standing currently at one of the most very terrible roads in the Sekondi Takoradi metropolis. This is the portion of the road that is linking Kojo Krom and the Nkrofo Junction. This is a very vital road such that you cannot travel to Ivory Coast, you cannot go to Takwa, you cannot go to Axim, you cannot go to oil-rich areas, Hunter West and Zima, the Ghana Gas areas, what have you, without having to use this part of the road, unless you want to pass Sekondi to avoid it. It's so critical that something needs to be done. But this has remained this way for the past 3 years, they tell me. So why aren't authorities acting, and what are the residents saying? Let's find out. Chief,
yes,
good morning. I hope you're well.
Yeah, I'm well, sir.
Share with me, how's your frustration driving through this type of road?
It's too much, boss. Because it's a shop. Equani, what's a watcher? And then Yaminado say you would contract Abado. Now, bra contractor so Abado, so you would extra contract only a Juma. They to make a manhole out to them, manhole or to them, nature waha. Maybe you who may be a machine or so what that you know, why they know. I mean, you who the reason why up and there, Western region. I had a major road pa in Soche. Do a young road in wire. I mean, it's very terrible. Very terrible.
All right. Yeah. So there you have it. He says that he's seeing a contractor on this road, but that's what the contractor has left there, and he describes this as terrible. He doesn't know why this should happen. It doesn't speak well of the Western region. We're still here on the Citizen Microphone, still trying to engage more people to get their thought on, how bad this road is. Well, some more drivers are driving through. Let me see if I can still get some more to have their thought here. Let me try and get this man here to share his thought with us. Chief, how are you doing, sir?
Yeah, I'm doing great.
How's your frustration driving through this portion of the road?
It's very frustrating because at times, especially whenever it rains, it's very difficult to use the rain, and I said that too, it causes a lot of traffic on the road. So at least I'm pleading to the authorities, they should come and do something about the road. It's very bad. It's very bad.
Right. So at the least opportunity, you have traffic forming around because of how bad this road is. We are still here on the Citizen Microphone in the Western region today, talking about a very terrible road between Kojo Krom and Nkrofo Junction. So we still have more people sharing their thoughts on this, the nature of this road here. Chief, into Morocco,
yeah, Aquano Onye. Since getting to about 3 years now, Damokwani or Saturday Damadi. Barankasa mete way down here. Way down here, now it's a junction to here. Because of this road, Malankasa Mekan Swamp Wape, Makan Ma Park. What the man for the contractors now there were by contractors and Waba, Wabejawana, why that Wapibian wide and walk because instruction Obamodano on Koye. I'm the Emmanuel Yen, the Sisia Morocco, Yamping from one pede, Wabuan, Mitria roadworthy, Mitria insurance. Say Mitria roadworthy insurance, not some metamos, not some Meriniwa, post for or attack them. No, they make them Mukori new. Nasa Mukori new, Nasa Mitria, the Minyamas, will win us a quan 1 year. Naba Samna, a man paying for Wapa Waka. Now, post for so what you are no fan so. Ebre authority, no what to watch what the man paying for there. A quana what bay a patrol, or don't know. A quan was say into one very new man one can more life in pool or you save. The Madina way of one post from one can Into each other, a post for now, what Jahan did, what you are aware that one was say, no, what you will patronize, what they will save your life. But at the same time, it will save your life, and so what you are at risk. Or Sunday, our post in a John, when I regard the quan on a saving yano. So it become out of number one, let me best save Mua, a quaning yanity, Mudua, or Batua home. This is a prayer catcher and paying for our Western region. So contract now what the Bamano. So on to me, one from a foreigner. No, you're quite a man. Natural be on time because traffic's here. And we're feeling part, did the dog or do a hanum no, I say. And two more so armed robbers no war patronize another year. Ordinary people no volume. Ambulance Namha, what you work him. Emma, just will 2 1 answer into 1 by a man.
So what he is basically saying is that he has a car, he's been driving on this road, but because of the nature of the road, his sump has been destroyed, and that has resulted in him having to park his car. He says he doesn't understand why this road should be like this for all these years with nothing at all being done. He has seen contractors on the road and they don't do any meaningful work on it. He says if it's going to be a problem that the Ghanaian contractor cannot do anything on the road should be given to a foreign contractor who can really do something on the road. He's accusing the police for mounting checkpoints here during the night. He says he doesn't know the sort of reports they take to the authorities about the road. And therefore, if the road is not good, why do you still mount barriers here in the night to check cars? He's accusing them of also not acting. He feels it is long overdue that a government has to work. He's appealing to government to intervene quickly to have this road fixed. So we are still talking to people on the street of Takoradi, especially where this road is so deteriorated. This is a citizen microphone, and our chief here will speak to our chief. Otren.
Oh, Boko chief.
Me who da okali ade fanchen.
I'm one me say why no uja for me for ma and I just made the hammer de because ma me do me call over be we be gina ma wo sima waka me for hode ano me nya ho kwakra mpe just me de car no ma go fie na ye wo mani me na obenda ma na ye fine nti am ma hode o ye kase because am here drive ni me so akwani na me for da me je mala ala kaka ka me gidi nti pen for western region ha no wo mo hen because obenda ma wo ma pen ni sesifom because I am quite Accra. Na enkoto Accra if me find ejul kaswana adewal kwe enko hu da ma di bo ho akufo adu sunu ntumi fi Accra na omba mbai o mesi kwani mahen nti most of them na tell yem pin for wo mani mu no wo western region no anwa na wodi ahwembo because man na makwa de bia mko Accra makali de bia na Accra kwani do menjul kaswa wa mfo nkwa aka mko hu de amro kesi bi da ho a taxi ana car wa kaka mu ho nti mo hu de na tell western region pin fu no anwa na wo mbo yen because wo bo yen na tell ma di yen hu no ha even kwa no Cape Coast ya ampo ye wo MP minister na ade ho anso enkonko to da ma di bo ho nti western region ha de yen pin fu no anwa na wo mbo yen nti one sol one kaka one ho na wo mbo yen o de ma ye bre because
so what he's basically saying is that he had to use the other lane because when he got here he realized there was a car which was stuck in the water and he couldn't have driven through it, so he had to come by the other side. He says this has been here for a very long time with no action taken to correct it, and he thinks that you won't go to the capital Accra to see anything like this, and he's blaming the leaders of the Western region for not showing leadership in solving this, and that's why we still have this problem here. He says the president himself cannot move to deal with this. It is the leaders of the region, the regional minister and the MPs who have to try to solve this. He thinks it has been long overdue. This is still the citizen microphone here on the AM show. Well, whilst talking about this, I've been joined here by a renowned social commentator in this part of the country, Charles Mintaba. He's an educationist, but he's been in the media space and talking about social matters for a very long time. Charles, thank you for joining us.
Yeah, Kojo.
Now,
thank you so much. We are grateful the microphone is on us this time. Maybe that will be the panacea to this problem. Kojo, this is a very strategic route. If you are coming from Nkrofo Junction and you are heading your way to Sekendi, you ought to use this route. If you are coming from Sekendi College, the only thing you can do is to dodge and go towards Sekendi. This road is so strategic that you can't avoid it. Just this morning, a car was locked here. Just some few hours ago, we had a car stuck here. My question is, it has been 3 years now. You ask yourself whether this part of the road, do people pay roadworthy certificate? That's the question we answer. Or for 3 years now, I don't know what will let us put some emergency on this road unless we have a by-elections. Probably there are two things that the citizens can do to have that: a demonstration and a by-election, where people who matters will think that, oh, if the people have been getting worried about this road, then let's do it. If not, all calls, all attempts to allow people to understand that the nature of this road have led to people parking their vehicles. I know vehicles and boat drivers, you tell them, they said, if it is this road, I won't use this road. That is what they do to the citizen. That is why I say that what at all is the problem? That we cannot have an emergency situation. Kojo, we can do very good roads such as a bypass elsewhere. But if the inner roads are not well developed, definitely it's none. And interchange is good for a country. But if the inner roads that make people drive to their work and from work easily are not well developed, Kojo, we still have a problem. If you look at this particular road, we ask ourselves, don't we have engineers in this city? What at all is the problem? That we cannot stop all things and manage it. There is somebody who feels that, yes, we can have an interchange. Until this road is fixed, he doesn't see that we have done something. So for me, to a large extent, I'm happy your microphone is here today. Probably this is our last resort. This is our last resort because calls to allow people to understand that this is creating problem for us. Anytime you want to pass here with your car, you get worried. People pass here, they will have to. We are even of the view that there should be a washing bay over there and a washing bay at the other side because of the nature of this road. We even need more washing bays than filling stations because of this particular road has become a thing god that we don't know what kind of shrine we can go to allow people to come to people's mind to say these potholes must be filled. Kojo,
so if the president,
yes,
the roads minister,
that's right,
are watching you now, good, what will be your message to them?
What I will say is that, yes, if the magic wine they've used to give a transcript of roads they've done in this country, this particular road is so dear to we citizens in the Western region. Yes, of course, if the road minister is giving a presentation in Parliament now about roads in the Western, he will mention an interchange. But as I said, an interchange is good, but the inner roads are equally good. Kojo, what is it that if you buy a flat screen for your children and they are hungry in the room, do they watch it with empty stomach? We are saying that what facilitates our movement to work is this particular route. Is the inner roads. There are similar roads in this region that is having this nature. And we are asking questions. For me, if the president and the road minister, they are listening, it whatever is the problem that this road cannot be fixed, they should surprise the people of Western region that at least this is what we're, because people have lost hope that there's nothing that can be done. But for me, if they are listening, and I know there are times the president come, sometimes they may not use him to pass here, they will let him pass through Sekendi to avoid this road. It is about time leaders of this region will allow the president to pass. Maybe that will do the magic. Let us not wait for this to create problem, for people to go and cry in accident scene. We can avoid this thing. This thing can be fixed. If we can build an interchange in this region, we can fix this road.
Well, and that's my colleague Samuel Kojo Brace taking the Citizens microphone to the Western region. That's not all. We have more coming your way shortly when we take that same microphone across some of the highways here in the national capital as we continue to assess the impact of last weekend's flooding, and we'll bring you up to speed with that. My colleague Michael Papani Ashale will be bringing us the latest, but that will happen after this short break. Please stay tuned.